Welcome to Gemcraft Studio here with Shop LC, where all of your favorite jewelry projects begin. I am Sara Lovecraft, and today I have a beautiful amethyst chip necklace with a fluorite focal. Let's get started. For this project, you will need your round nose pliers. You'll also need your chain nose pliers and your bent chain nose pliers. We're going to do a little wire wrapping on our focal. You'll also need your cutter tool and your crimper tool. You're going to need about 24 inches of bead stringing wire. You will need a long head pin and a regular length head pin. You'll need wire guardians, your crimp tubes. I've got a jump ring with an extension chain, my clasp, my focal, which is a fluorite rectangle. I also have some little metal beads for spacers and our amethyst chips. To get started, we are going to create our focal element first. That is going to be the pendant section that hangs in the middle of our necklace. To do this, we are going to use our fluorite rectangle and the longest head pin that is in your kit. You're going to thread your bead onto that head pin, drop that down. Then you're going to use your chain nose pliers and round nose pliers to create a large wrapped loop. Grab the wire with your chain nose pliers right where it is exiting the bead and bend the wire over the top of the pliers. Come in with your round nose pliers and grab the wire. You want to grab towards the back of the jaws of the pliers to create the largest loop that you can. Take the wire up and over the top barrel of the pliers, rotate the pliers in your hand, and take the wire over to create your loop. You should have a nice large loop like this. Switch hands and then use your chain nose pliers to create your wraps underneath the loop that you just created. Use your cutter tool to trim off the excess wire. And if you need to use your chain nose pliers to tuck the tail end of your wire, give that a gentle squeeze. Now that you have your focal, set that to the side, and we're going to begin the stringing part of this project. For the stringing part of our project, we are going to start by crimping the end of our beading wire. So thread on your crimp tube and your wire guardian. Go up through the wire guardian, and then down through the wire guardian, and then down through your crimp tube. Make sure that the wires are not crisscrossing inside your crimp tube. Pull everything down next to your wire guardian and place that into the back notch of the crimper tool and give that a squeeze. Turn that sideways, place that into the front notch of the crimper tool and give that a squeeze. Use your cutter tool to trim off any of the excess beading wire, and you're ready to thread on your beads. For our pattern, we are going to thread on a chip bead and then a metal bead. Another chip bead and another metal bead. And this will be the pattern for your necklace. To get to the center of our necklace where we are going to add our focal, you will want to thread on roughly 40 to 44 of your chip beads. Once you've made it to the center of your necklace, be sure that you end on one of your small metal beads, and then you are going to thread your focal on top. The large loop of your focal should sit on top of the metal bead. The metal bead is acting as a protective barrier between the metal of the wrapped loop on your focal and the bead stringing wire. Then proceed with the rest of your pattern, threading on chip beads and metal beads until you have used up all of your chips. Once you've thread on all of your beads, we're ready to crimp again, and this time we're going to crimp and add our clasp all at the same time. So we're going to thread on our crimp tube and our wire guardian. Go up through the wire guardian and then down through the wire guardian. And before you go down through your crimp, thread your clasp on and drop that into the horseshoe shape of your wire guardian. Now take the end of your beading wire down through your crimp. Pull that down close to your wire guardian and pull out all of the slack on your bead stringing wire. Make sure the wires are not crisscrossing inside the crimp and place that into the back notch of your crimper tool. Give that a squeeze. Turn that sideways, place that into the front notch of the crimper tool, and give that a squeeze. Use your cutter tool to trim off any of the excess beading wire. Now we're going to add our jump ring and our extension chain to the other end. So use your chain nose pliers and your bent chain nose pliers. Open the jump ring. Place the jump ring between two pairs of pliers. Twist to open. Thread that onto the wire guardian on the other end of your necklace, and then twist to close back. So using the other head pin in your kit and one single bead, thread that on, and we're going to create a wrapped loop and add that directly to the end of our extension chain. Use chain nose pliers to grab the wire where they are exiting the bead. Bend the wire over the top of the pliers. Come in with your round nose pliers, grab the wire, go up and over the top barrel of the pliers, rotate the pliers in your hand, and take the wire over to the other side. Before you begin your wire wrapping, take the tail end of your wire and thread that through the last link on your extension chain and slide the extension chain into the loop. Now using your bent chain nose pliers, hold the loop and create your wire wraps. Use your cutter tool to trim off the excess wire. Now you're ready to attach your clasp. You can attach your clasp at the jump ring or at any of the links in the 2 inches of your extension chain to create a longer necklace. And your necklace is complete. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed today's project. Again, I am Sara Lovecraft here with Gemcraft Studio at Shop LC. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our future projects, and let us know in the comment section what are some of your favorite things to do with chip beads.